the 3-point conversion presents Making the Cut. I'm Mr. Controversy. I'm here at Atlanta Falcons Tailgate. They're going against the Washington Redskins. And I got my man, Charles.
What's up?
Got Mario.
What's up?
Sealand. Fred. My man, Joe. And I got Cliff. And today's topic, of course, we got Redskins in the building, so we got Mike Shanahan. And we're talking about today is, was he wrong for benching RG3? What's going on, people? What's going on?
Well, like,
I don't know what's going on behind the curtain. So if RG3 hurt, yes, he needed to be benched. But if he's not hurt, he should be playing. I don't know what kind of stunt they're trying to do right now.
I agree. I mean, Shanahan, he put him in there early in the season playing hurt. Now that he's healthy, you want to put him on the bench? That doesn't make any sense. You basically just doom your franchise because your career is over, Shanahan.
Yeah, Shanahan's doing a big flip-flop. He was talking earlier that they needed his quarterback to have a whole bunch of reps. Now all of a sudden he's saying, well, he doesn't need those reps. So which way is it going to be? I think if he's not hurt, he ought to be playing and try to build something for next year for the last few games of the season. But it's not going to matter today because Falcons got the number.
Yes.
Yeah, it's definitely not a matter of if he's wrong for doing it. He's not wrong for benching him. He's just wrong for benching him at the wrong time. He should have benched him early in the season if he was going to do that. Now that the man healthy and he's trying to get reps, trying to prepare himself to move into the offseason to do more work physically and emotionally for the team. You can't sit him on the bench now. You're killing him.
Right.
This is an audition for Kirk Cousins to get that draft pick back. Everybody know that draft pick is going to St. Louis because to get RG3. All this is audition Kirk Cousins, so you turn a 4th round pick into a 1st round pick. Watch how you hustle.
My thing is, instead of benching RG3, they should have benched the offensive line. That thing is horrible. Because I mean, like you said, he was playing him at the beginning of the year when he should have been sitting on the bench then, and he was running for his life. And he done got beat up, and now he's finally got healthy. He said, you know what? Just go ahead and sit down. We'll let Kirk Cousins play. Nothing on Kirk Cousins, but he ain't RG3 because you took RG3 to be the face of your franchise. But now you want to sit him down. So what does that say to the rest of the team? Because they're going to think, well, he's not hurt, so why ain't he playing? He's too good of a player, so no, you know, he's going to lose the locker room. And Shanahan's already probably lost the locker room. That's probably why they are in the situation they are now.
And I agree with Mario. With Mario saying, you know, this is an audition for Kirk Cousins. You got this guy who can start for any team right now. Not great player, I'm sorry, but good player, very good player. Young, only his 2nd year, so it's a good chance to audition him, get that 1st round pick back. But then too, I think it's a way for, you look at Shanahan and Snyder, it's like, all right, Shanahan's like, look, it's not working out. We men. Let me sit him down. Let me get this money. I'm gonna get this $7 million. Instead of firing me right now, why don't I give you this idea? Let's bench RG3. Let's put Cousins in. That way you can get some picks or get a pick for him. Like my man Mario said, hustling the game. So I think it was all a stage where it looked like even RG3 saying I'm terribly upset or whatever. When the last time you heard RG3 say he upset? I mean, if they told RG3 you gotta cut your locks in, be like, you know what? It's for the team. Hey, I mean, it's my fault. I mean, you're not RG. Come on, I'm upset. Not even sound right coming from him. But I think it was staged, and I think it was a hustle.
I think RG3 came back too early. You know, he tried to come back at the beginning of the season. He should have waited till at least week 4, maybe 5 after their bye week to come back, and he'll been much better as far as running the ball, but throwing the ball also. You know, I think he tried to come back like Adrian Peterson, but some people don't heal the same way. And playing quarterback the way he does, a small body guy, and I think he came back a little bit too early, and it kind of put this spike in their coffin.
I know earlier this week, Michael Irvin tried to do the race card, saying that they wouldn't do any white quarterback that way. But realistically, the guy's knee is messed up, he's hurt, he's just not performing like he should. I think he's hurt behind the curtains. I think that's what's wrong with his knee. That's why they need to put him on the bench. I don't think it's a race thing. Everybody think it is. But I just think the guy's hurt. Put the best quarterback in. Cousins doing good. Let him play. But I mean, that's what their decision is now.
And honestly, I'll say this. You look back in the day where you had a good quarterback who was hurt, It's visibly seen that, okay, it's visible that he's hurt. He's not to himself. What they would do is, if you're not in the playoff race, let's take a look at this young guy we got on the bench. Let him get some reps. Even if we keep him, let's see what he can do. Or let's see what our running back can do. So people making a big thing about it. Yeah, like I said, the way it came out, it looked kind of shady. But again, if you go back to history and look how they've done quarterbacks and teams that was losing and couldn't make the playoffs, and the quarterback was hurting, hey, let's keep him healthy. We got another 8 to 12 years left in this quarterback. Let's bring some young people in. Let's see what they can do.
Anytime you see a franchise quarterback go out, you'll see what happens to that team. You get to see who that team really is. Think about it like this. We'll take it back to the New England Patriots. When Tom Brady got hurt, they put Matt Castle in the game. The Patriots still went 11-5, right? The next year, who Matt Castle played for? Matt Castle played for the Chiefs, and he got that money. You have to look at the politics of the NFL. Yeah, think about it. RG3 is not 100%. He's a franchise quarterback in DC, point blank, period. There's no replacing him. What you gonna do, trade him? No.
Right.
What you gonna say is, Kirk Cousins was always brought in as insurance. Everybody blasted Shanahan at the draft. Why you take Kirk Cousins in the 4th round? That's a bargaining chip. You get that 1st round pick back that you gave up to get RG3, you salvaged some of that back.
Right.
You salvage it back. They got Rex Grossman in the 3rd spot. Rex Grossman was a decent quarterback 2 years ago, putting up very good numbers.
Hey man, don't.
I'm just saying, he's putting up very good numbers.
We about to fight.
Maybe
Go
not
ahead,
Chicago.
go ahead.
No, but I'm saying, not in Chicago, but I'm saying Rex Grossman is not the bottom of the barrel. He could be a backup quarterback anyway. So if it's RG3 and Grossman, you get Cousins for that draft pick back, you're able to reload in DC. Think about what DC is missing. DC has a porous defense. D'Angelo Hall is getting hurt. All these other people, nobody on the line, everybody says that if you're trying to run the type of offense to protect RG3, you're going to have to get new people in there. That's what it is.
Same thing.
You know, bottom line is, like Mario just said, Washington, they got a franchise quarterback in RG3, but they don't have no players around him. Like Mario said, the defense is porous, the offensive line is suspect at best. And if your number 1 receiver is Pierre Garçon, to me, that's killing yourself. Santana Moss is like your 2 receiver, and he's been in the league for like 15 years or so. So when you got all these people set up around, it's the same way with Alfred Morris. Alfred Morris is a young running back, but they don't have nothing else. So teams key on that run, and they shut that down. And then if your quarterback's got a gimpy knee, because remember, he's had 2 ACL surgeries. This ain't the first time he hurt his knee. He hurt his knee at Baylor. So you figure, you got a quarterback with a gimpy knee, you're really taking a chance when you played him early in the season. And he was still hurt. And like I said, I think he may still be hurt. So like Mario said, now you got Kirk Cousins as a bargaining chip. They show him out there. Teams like Houston, Cleveland, they need a quarterback. Bad.
But you're assuming that Kirk Cousins is going to have a good day, that he's going to play well. He's still playing behind the same offensive line. So the exact opposite could happen. He goes and has no success with that same offensive line, and maybe you lose ground. Maybe you're better off having him back, and people think he's better than he would show. So, it's hard to say in advance how that's going to play out.
That's why you showcase him in a game like Atlanta, who has a porous defense. We're Atlanta fans, but we understand what it is. Atlanta has a young defense that's getting it together. They're porous, 2 rookies on the outside. All you have to do, showcase him against a team that you know he can put up decent numbers. I don't expect the Redskins to win today. I do expect Kirk Cousins to put up decent numbers. When people look at it, these other teams like Jacksonville, who missed out on quarterbacks the whole time, all these other teams that need quarterback. Houston needs a quarterback. But Houston also can beef up that line too. So say if Houston can turn around and take that one of top 5 pick that they have and get a quarterback at the same time. Works for them.
Hey, okay, fellas, let's look at Charles said something that got my attention. He was talking about as far as they don't have any receivers, he don't have any weapons. Have y'all noticed that besides Steve Young, every running quarterback, they don't have any wide receivers. You look at McNabb, Vic, Russell Wilson, RG3, Cam.
Yeah.
I mean,
The only one that has receivers, decent receivers, is Kaepernick. That's the only one that has decent receivers. He's the only one.
But when you think about it, he wasn't
Smith decent.
You know, arm.
Steve Smith is decent in the slot. Steve Smith is one of the top 5 in the slot.
Nobody said.
He can be a beast. He can be a beast, but if
Would you take him on Atlanta?
would I take him on Atlanta in the slot with what we got now? And I can switch him out for Harry Douglas. Yeah, I switch him out for Harry Douglas.
Hey,
He's
but
not
Beast,
scared to go to the middle.
But Harry Douglas though.
but Beast is not 5 touchdowns though in the season. That's not Beasting. And you got Cam. That's not Beasting.
Any team in the NFL takes Steve Smith on their
As a slot, as a third receiver. As a third receiver. That's not a beast though. That's not a beast.
Twice on Sunday.
Beast
I take
mega
him all
shot.
day. Watch this. Name another receiver besides Steve Smith that's produced in the past 5 years.
Welcome.
Don't worry, I'll wait.
Just Wes Welker.
I'll wait.
Slot.
That's it.
Just Welker.
Nobody's gonna produce. Look, Carolina saved themselves by getting Sammy Watkins. That'd be the best thing they can do.
I've been saying that, bro.
That'd be the best thing
That's
they
the
can
best
do.
thing.
You move Steve Smith back to the slot, he'll stay another 3 years. Everybody get Steve Smith old. Steve Smith been around for a minute.
Cam Newton re-energized his career.
Steve Smith played on
When he came into the league, he ran his because Steve Smith was done. He was tired of losing. Cam came in, he's like, this fresh and new. Oh, he throwing balls to me? Let's go. And now he's doing a better job now. I would say that. But I will say that Wes Welker, he had put up more numbers though as a slot receiver. Always.
All right, we're gonna wrap it up. So again, we're talking about Shanahan. Do you think it was a good move to bench RG3?
Yeah. I don't think it was a good decision at this point in the season. He should have did it early on, because now I think, you know, the other players, if I'm a player out there busting my butt every day, and then I see ain't nothing wrong with our franchise quarterback, and he's sitting on the sideline while the rest of us going through the rest of this season, I think it just sends a bad message through the locker room. And I don't think you can, you know, put one player above everybody else, especially when he hasn't proven himself in the league.
Great move, franchise-changing move. Shanahan has to distance himself from RG3. That's the perfect way to do it. They can move themselves on from Shanahan. RG3 will still be the quarterback, and you'll get something back from Kirk Cousins. Great move, straight out of man.
I think it was a good move, just was the wrong time. Lance Briggs said it himself. He shouldn't be out there. Anytime you have guys in the league that's been through the trenches just like these other guys are going through, and they're telling you he shouldn't be out there, he shouldn't be on the field. So I think it was a good move, but it's just the wrong time.
I agree completely. Great move, wrong time. Should have been early in the season, get him healthy, and then play him. And he might be in the mix now instead of seeding with 3 wins.
I agree. It was the wrong time, but I think that RG3 came back a little bit too early from his ACL construction. He should have waited a little bit later in the season, and probably would have saved Shanahan's job.
I agree with Mario. He said that they put Cousins out there for a trade pick. They pretty much gonna put him on the trading block and try to get a better offense, a better defense, or better whatever. Whatever they need, they're gonna use the quarterback that's playing tonight, and that's what they're gonna do today.
Does Shanahan still have a job?
No. No, Shanahan does not have a job. Him or Kyle. Both of them will be gone. They walk out into the sunset with that $7 million. Best thing for him. Best thing for him.
He'll still have a job, he just won't be in Washington. He'll go to another team immediately.
So basically, I think that it was a great move. Shanahan, you know, he's going to end up with another job. Look at his credentials. I think the timing part, honestly, was perfect. RG3 wasn't producing. You gotta put your guy out there. You know, you gotta see what he's doing. He wasn't doing anything. It was the perfect time. Hey, let's bench him. We got 3 games left. We're not playing for no playoffs or nothing. So let's bring Cousins in, sit RG3 down. Shanahan, I get my 7 mil, whatever it is. Snyder, you about to get a first-round pick. It was a great move. So once again, 3-point conversion presents making the cuts. I'm here live at Atlanta Falcons Tailgate, going against the Washington Redskins. We'll see you next time at a barbershop near you.